table members, two leaders, yes, I have again, and Iran. It's a proud moment for me just to stand in front of you all, because it's a day that when you all started to scribble, it ended up with 21 pages, because the topic was very interesting. It's price versus quality. So when I started writing 21 pages, most when I finished the entire thing, then finally I realized I'm not the speaker for today, I'm just the president, where I have to do a 2 or 3 minute speech, whereas the top-notch two giants in the marketing, they are going to do the needful, not me. So then I started to cut line by line, one by one. So most soon I did it. Then I thought, what to cut, where to cut, because everything is important, because it's an interesting topic. And whereas what I started to do, the very important thing is what our major theme today. The topic is quality against price. Then I thought, why we are the losers? Nobody else. The printers are the losers, not the customers. Customers are enjoying. So I was just talking to myself, then I thought, okay, let's do a SWOT analysis. Let's see the strength, what is the weakness, what is the opportunity there, what is the threat there if we are going to do a quality product, right? Price again, if you are doing a quality product, what are we going to do? Then I understood, if we have a quality product, why we have to do a quality product? Then I thought, okay, basically we don't, not only the Sri Lanka market, we can think about the international market. A very good example today is the garment trade. Today, if you take the garment trade, 95% of the major garment trade is done by the Indian and the Chinese. But the 5% where we export is quality product. It's purely quality. We get orders not for bulk, just for the quality. So I was just thinking, when we start a quality product, we go to a different market, international market, and we deliver a quality product, not quantity. So on that basis, I was just thinking on a SWOT. So when I thought the SWOT, the strength is there is a huge market where we were working out recently. We understood there's a huge market in the African area. African area, there is a huge demand for printing. And then the Europe market is also there. So there is a lot of strength if we have a quality product. And then I thought, what is our weakness? What's our weakness? Then I understood one thing, we are not bothered. That is our weakness. This is our thing. So our weakness is, we are not bothered. Our printers, we spend 80 million, 90 million on machineries, and that's all. We are not bothered about the quality. We just want to sell and sell and sell.
Could have shared that, he's got the 21 pages from you, Mohan. That's a lot more than what I could cover at all. So anyways, wide audience. Some I know, and it's a mix of people. So we'll have to now think, why are we here? And what do we want out of this half a day? I'll have to also work hard to get through the pillars and find you. Okay, so is there anybody who wants to quickly tell in the next 2 hours or 3 hours? ඊළඟ පැය නැත්නම් දෙක ඇතුළත මොනවාද පරමාර්ථ? එයාද සෙනසුරාදා දවසක් ගොඩක් වැඩ කරන්න තිබු දවසක්, බුදිය ගන්න තිබු දවසක්, නැත්නම් කම්පැනි එකේ කියන you would have done a lot of work. What is your primary objective? I think Mohan was clear, but I also want to know from you. Anybody wants to tell me quickly? There's a lot of things we could do. If I just go by what Mohan said, he said many things. He asked the question, are we going to compete in price forever? Is there an answer for that? price and price and price. අපි මිලම අදනම් කරගෙන මාකට් එකේ කම්පීට් කරන්න ඕනේ කියන තැනද අපි ඉන්නේ. නෑ ඊට වඩා දෙයක් කරන්න කාලේ හරි කියන තැන ඉන්නවා. Oh. Thank you. Now it's like this. Now in this room there are general managers, there are managing directors, there are very senior people. And there are company owners, there are employers, there are entrepreneurs. And there are also people who are just starting it for the first time at executive level. But as Mohan said, and you looked at Mohan, all what I saw was somebody who's thinking big. Very big. And he had...
I think everyone will be doing that on Monday morning. Only thing, as one of my colleagues suggested, I hope you won't look for inkless printing because that will put me out of business. Mr. Louis Dias, Chief Manager, American Express Cards and Consumer Assets, Nations Trust Bank, is our second facilitator this morning. Mr. Dias holds an MBA from the University of Wales, and he is also a chartered marketer and doctoral candidate from the University of Colombo. His corporate experience stretches back to more than 11 years, during which he has functioned in senior and responsible marketing positions in sectors such as fast food and even broadcasting, in addition to his current role in the banking and credit card sector. I now invite Mr. Dias to initiate his presentation, leading into a discussion on the printing industry, opportunities and threats, and thereafter lead the discussion on quality or value versus price. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Louis Dias.
Thank you very much. And yeah, we're nearing the lunch time, and can we just give Yasa Sevagi a round of applause? A wonderful job done. Yeah, in fact, I was just listening to this whole thing for morning, and I also picked up a few points. By the way, I am also today using 6 printers at Nations Trust Bank. Higher 6 printers. 2 of them are fairly big printers, and about 4 of them are, little bit of small printers. Actually, I spend more of the time with the small printers than the big printers. And to be quite honest with you, I am one of the biggest bargaining guys in the company who always push each other for the best price. So I need to tell you that being a bank and being a person that would want to have the best price, I push a lot of printers to give the best price. Industry. In fact, last December, Yasa knows, we were discussing about this in the break also. One of the biggest things that I see in your industry is the problem with regards to ethics. And this is not necessarily with your ethical conduct, but I see a lot of corporates also openly accepting, right, a lot of commissions from some of the players. Now, in fact, this is a dirty topic, I know about it, right? But I just wanted to talk about it also because last December, being a bank, I had to fire one of our managers who had been accepting a little bit of bribes over the past year. And we have a 130 million budget. And I'm scared to think of the kind of money he would have been earning in the past year in terms of bribes. And I know it's a little bit of a dirty topic, but think about it, because sometimes it's not into the next 2-3 years, one of the biggest industries that is going to be regulated. And I think you can learn from that industry. How can you cooperate, especially if you are serving the same client? Today there is no one single client that I know of who has only one printer. You will always have 2-3 small printers. In fact, in our organization, I have a graphic designer inside the organization. I have a graphic designer, and most of your clients today, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, will have a graphic designer, someone good in Photoshop, inside the organization. And that guy sometimes is much better than the agency. Right? Another critical thing that I would like, since we're talking about key factors, understand the decision-making unit of your organization. of your client. Right? When you're talking to the client, you might have the CEO, you might have the purchasing manager, you might have the marketing guy, and you might have the guy who's really giving you the orders are down there. Now I know most of us would like to go and work with the guy who's only giving the orders. But today that is changed. Today, if you are only working with that guy and not knowing everyone in the organization, the CEO, the marketing head, as well as that guy who's giving you the order, if you don't know those guys, you'll have a problem. So I'd like to ask you, do you go and meet all those decision makers in the organization, or are you only working with that guy who's approving your purchase order? And if you're doing that, you won't supply to that guy for long. You need to understand the hierarchy. Who is the CEO, who is the marketing guy, and who is the purchasing guy. It's very, very important. And I think these are some of the critical issues that are facing your industry. Globalization. We spoke of China, India, and all these countries. You know that very soon, with SEPA, right, the Indo-Lanka trade agreement, very soon, you won't be competing with each other. Do you know that? Do you know that? Very soon, India is going to come and set up in Sri Lanka. It's already happened. So why didn't you mention it as a critical issue? It's one of the biggest issues that you are going to face in the next 5 years. And if those guys come here, I'll tell you it's going to be very different. Because they are masters in undercutting.